guys, welcome back to London Adventures. So as you can tell, we are in London, and we were in London for only 48 hours, so we were kind of all over the place. We went to Notting Hill, we went to the actual bookshop that was in the movie, and that was really cool. And then we also went to the Churchill War Rooms, and we actually got a private tour. And I have to say, I can't say enough good things about the private tour because we got to actually go in the actual room that Churchill and the chief of staff used in his war cabinet. We were able to see the actual maps they used. We were able to see kind of some strategic planning going on. We were able to see Churchill's own personal chair that you could still see his scratch marks on from him probably gripping that chair debating decisions. And we also were allowed to go into the map room, and that was super cool because it allowed us to see like the actual pinholes that they made during the decisions of the Battle of the Atlantic. And we actually got to see real rationed sugar cubes. We don't know if you guys know this, but during the time, sugar cubes were indeed rationed. So there was one left over, and it was still intact after 7 years, which we thought was really cool. So we got to see some notes, but we don't know if you guys know this, but we found out that Churchill actually did not let anyone keep a journal that he knew of. There were people that kept it secretly. But he did not like people having journals because he thought information would get leaked. Now this is Churchill's own private bedroom and his bath. That was a little thing under the bed right there. It was just so cool to be in his room because it's Winston Churchill. Like him, hate him, he was an important part of history. And he actually had an own private line to the king and queen to talk to them whenever he felt like he needed to. And then this was the key to the meanings on the map. And I found this extremely helpful because I was like, oh, this means this means that. And it was just cool to see that he drew those or important people drew those and they haven't been touched or altered in any way that they knew of. And then yeah, it was just, I can't recommend this tour enough. We're going to link it below and we definitely recommend doing it. If you don't do the private tour, definitely though, come visit the museum. So after London, we headed on down to Milan. We took a red eye. And then we were only in Milan for 48 hours, so we walked around a bunch. And Milan this time of year was so pretty. We went to the big mall. And then we also did some side street shopping, which was really pretty and cool to do. And then I unfortunately don't remember the name of this place, but we stumbled upon it. More street views. Being in Milan for 40 hours was so much fun. We walked a bunch. We also ended up visiting Lake Como. Oh, and here's the Duomo. So beautiful at night, by the way, guys. Like, it was insane. And after we visited the Duomo, that is when we headed on down to Debbie's before Lake Como. And Debbie's had one of the best cappuccinos and one of the freshest croissants we ever had. Honestly, 10 out of 10 recommend Debbie's. And the service was amazing. So after that, we did now head on to Lake Como. As you can tell, we're leaving Milan. Lake Como was seriously so beautiful, and you hear a bunch of people talk about it, but it really blew our mind. But we didn't let that ruin our vibe. So once we got to Lake Como, we soaked in the views for a little bit. We did a little walking. We went to a couple pharmacies and got some stuff there. And like I said, even though it was cloudy, the weather was still pretty good. It did end up raining a little later in the day, but it wasn't that bad. So after we did some walking around, we headed down to Hotel Grand Chamizo, and that was just beautiful. We ended up just eating lunch there, but inside the hotel there was roses, and it was just so eloquently done. It was definitely a nice little girls' day for the London Adventures. Definitely go recommend checking out if possible while you are in Lake Como. If you happen to go on a sunnier day, definitely explore a bit more and maybe even go on a boat ride.
That's crazy.
So after Lake Como, we headed back down to Milan. This was our last night there, so we kind of just chilled and relaxed and got got ready for our next adventure will be the Amalfi Coast. And we just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. These are a couple of pictures from both London, Milan, and Lake Como. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to comment or go onto our website at Blonde Duos Adventures. The link will be in the description below to ask us any questions, and we'll reach back out to you. This trip was honestly so fun, and honestly a trip of a lifetime. So once again, thanks for watching, and enjoy these couple photos from the trip. Bye guys.
Butterflies, you give me that feeling that I can't deny. Show me something real, I wanna make you mine. I don't wanna kiss, but it's hard to fight my heart that I lost inside. Butterflies, tell me if I'm on your mind. This could be so easy, baby, don't